Okay, so the first one is to brace our shoulder against the wall, and we're going to push. So we're going to push our head towards the wall, and this is going to give us a little bit of extra ability. Focus on pulling the other shoulder down, keeping it packed and pulling this down as a counter, and while you push your this shoulder and your head against the wall. And obviously do this from both sides. So again, pulling this shoulder down.
Shoulder down. Go shoulder down. Go bend the mark.
Okay, so the next one we're going to use gravity to pull our head down. So we're going to want to lie on the floor and keep your head. You want to make sure you're keeping your head parallel with the floor. And then all we're going to do is just drop your ear to the floor and lift it back up. Again, these might be very, very limited as you begin, but if you practice all of these or whichever ones work for you, over time it'll improve. And obviously we'll do both sides. So again, on the other side, keeping your head parallel to the floor. So for the next variation, we want some kind of weighted implement. I'm using my mini clubs here. So you want to just let these, so these are going to pull down and give you more reference to work against. So your shoulders are being pulled down, and we're just going to work against that weight and start to get some mobility in there and not get. So you can really feel the opposite shoulder pulling away from you as you glide the neck from side to side. So in this variation we're going to use looking in a mirror as a reference point. So we're going to put our hands up together so they're right between your eyes, so you can't see your nose. And then we're going to try and keeping our head completely perpendicular to the ground. We are going to try and look to either side of our hands. So keeping your hands in place, we're not going to move our hands. Keeping your hands completely stable, you can do that by tucking your elbows in tightly. And we're going to try and move our head so we can look to either side of our hands. The last variation is what I call a shoulder shrug, and I actually had the most benefit by using this one. I gained the most mobility. So what we're going to do here is we're going to shrug our shoulders up. Obviously this is breaking one of the 7 key components we use in circular strength training. So we're only using this for the purpose of developing some mobility, and we don't want to make this a habit. Our normal way is to keep our shoulders packed down. But lifting our shoulders up seems to give a bit more room for the neck. So shrug your shoulders up really high up towards the ear, and you'll find that it's much easier to work your neck back and forth. And so it gives you a little bit more of an idea of how it feels to be able to move your neck, so the muscles can start to remember the movement. And then over time, obviously, we're going to start to work the shoulders slowly down, start to get the shoulders down until finally we've got our shoulders nicely packed, our spine nice and straight, our crown lifting to the ceiling. We're going to do our full lateral.